your best self and to go out in the world and go after everything it is that you want. And then also to be a well-rounded individual, you have to have people at home that really care about you. So I'm just really grateful for the support that I got, not only as an athlete, but more importantly as a human being. These are the people that have poured into me from day one and have made sure that I have everything I could ever need or ask for. And through the ups and the downs, whether that's with education or athletics or social life, whatever it may be, they've been with me on that journey, like my dad talked about. But yeah, it's just so special just to have like a family unit that truly loves and cares for one another. And I think in that love and care, you receive honest feedback, and that honest feedback helps you grow. So I really think we're all becoming better because of each other, because we push each other to be the best versions of ourselves.
Malik?
Yes, I would just like to second that. When she's talking about the honest feedback, we're watching each other's games. We're talking about, business ventures that we think could work, and we're just bouncing ideas off of each other, after the workday ends. So around this time, we're typically talking on the phone, which I cherish. And one of my fondest moments since playing football is playing one of my first games professionally at home versus Philadelphia Union. And I see my two parents and my brother and sister in the crowd, just so happy for me, that I've made it to this level. And just being able to see how much work went into that, not only for myself but from my family, because there's no way I would be where I am without them. So I think of that as one of my fondest moments, and that example of an amazing support system.
Hassan Junior?
Um, I'll piggyback off the feedback piece. I think one of the most important pieces is, yes, we love each other, but I think we're also intense competitors and we want to win. And so, like, we take the values of a shared success and we publicize that and we talk about it and we visualize it. And I think that's one of the most important ingredients in this mixture and collection of people that you see, is that Brianna makes the national team. That was all of us doing that, right? When she makes it. If my mother gets a promotion, right? That is all of us. We feel part of the team. When Malik goes back to the MLS or signs in Europe, that is all of us. And I think we really like winning and we really enjoy it. And so, like, we spend a lot of time and effort supporting one another to get there.
What does give back to the community mean to your family, Hassan?
I think it means everything. I think it
Okay.
Okay.
You go ahead,
I
define it.
think it, for us,
giving back fills you
Right.
spiritually, but I think it feels. I think if we can see one of the kids that went to our camp get a college scholarship or make their high school team, and help Durham win as a community, I think that goes back to the shared success point I was talking about.
Okay. I gonna with all of you too. I want to give you time to all of you to make it quick. Go ahead.
yeah. So for me, it's I look at it from a couple of perspectives, right? Like initially, you start with yourself. I want to be successful. You get married. You bring your wife. You say we want to be successful. You have children, and you say we want them to be successful. And I think the next step for us is like, well, how many people, coaches, how many players, how many young players, how many families can we impact in a good way that changes their lives, right? So it becomes like, first you're saying, hey, I want to be successful. Then you find a wife and we say we want to be successful. Then you make kids, you say they want to be successful. And then you say, okay, now how can we impact our community and our family and our friends and the children that are around us to share our story on how they can be equally successful. So when I see a kid that I coach, when I see a kid that I've trained, I've got one that's in the German Bundesliga, and he comes home and he trains with me. I feel part of his success, and I'm happy for him. And so I believe that investing in others is not just giving things away; it's investing in your happiness, my happiness, because the more people in my sphere that are doing well, I feel like it just makes me as a person happier.
I would echo that, and I think at the heart of that is that we operate from a place of abundance. I'm not in competition with my children. They're not in competition with each other, and I'm not in competition with my husband. There is more than enough room at the table for all of us to be successful in our own unique ways. And there's enough opportunity in this world that people in our greater community can win. And winning takes different forms. Winning is being the first high school or college graduate in your family. Winning is being the first to play on a D3 soccer team. Winning is discovering a cure for some disease. There's all kinds of ways to win. And I think the reason we are so invested in our community and providing pathways for more people to achieve their dreams, whether it's soccer specific or education specific, it's about there's a possibility. I think too often in our community, in society right now, there's a lot of negativity.